Yo, what up, YouTube? Photo Gray, you feel me? Y'all miss a nigga, you feel me? I know y'all miss me. I know y'all miss seeing my face. Alright, let me start. Alright, for real though, you feel me, chat? Y'all play sports? Growing up, I did. I played sports, basketball, football. It's the only thing I played growing up, you feel me? And speaking of sports, Photo Gray, you feel me? My boy Tommy NFG, Goofy Sports. Photo Gray, goofy ass sports. What would y'all consider some goofy sports? I ain't gonna lie, hockey. If I had to name some, hockey, cricket, what other sports is out there? Rugby, what else? What other sports is out there? I heard there's an ass slapping sport. Yeah, I heard about that shit. So that shit, and I don't know, but let's just get to the video. Like the video, subscribe to YouTube, follow your boy Twitch.tv/Tynowolf TWP. Shit, we taking over shit. We gonna be the biggest Chicago streamer in the world. Mark my words, y'all gonna see. Alright, let's get it.
FIFA, the NBA, the NFL, the MLB. These sports are some of the most popular sports that have reigned down in captivating people worldwide for decades or even centuries. But to me, growing up, I never really latched onto a big sport and was fully immersed into the players and everything about it. I don't know, man. There was only so much ball kicking in goal, ball going in hoop, ball going in goal in air, ball going out of stadium that I felt like watching. And for people that felt the same way I did growing up, there's no need to worry because there's a surprising amount of odd sports out there. So I did the most extensive research out there to find the best of alternatives for y'all. For example, anyone that isn't into football and balls going into goals, an alternative sport I would recommend dealing with feet is toe wrestling. And
there's a sport called toe wrestling. You know, like I just said, that was a surprise because I just said in the beginning of this shit, there's a sport called ass slapping with bitches. Like, literally look it up, they'll slap each other asses as hard as they can. I don't know what's the goal. I guess whoever tap out first.
And about to just get worse from here, so just prepare. How to play the sport is pretty much in the name. You have two.
That is so fucking, yo. That's so fucking weird to me. That, I'm like,
people's feet. The feet locked together through the big
this
toes,
shit's so
and you
gay.
try to pin the other person's foot to the side in order to win. And I already know what some of y'all are probably thinking. There's just no way this is a professional sport and is taken serious by people in a professional. Well, you'd be wrong, bitch. Tell that to the 29-year runtime it's been going.
Imagine locking toes with another nigga for a sport. Y'all sitting over there. Hold on. Foot cuddling and shit. What the fuck?
The toe
y'all
foot
tickling each other and shit.
On before SpongeBob even aired. It's got a history. And I feel like y'all are underestimating the sheer willpower this takes. Think of it. All the energy of your entire leg is being bunched up together in your toes, and you gotta make sure they don't unlock while trying to pin the other person's foot down. Hit on it all you want, but it doesn't seem easy. They wouldn't want me on the field though, because a nigga like me would play dirty in these situations to win. I would grow my toenails 2 feet long and use them as swords to fight my opponents, not wash my feet for the next 2 weeks and run 10 miles every day, leave them extra rough so it feels like sandpaper when we grind feet. That's just how competitive I be becoming. I'm a really competitive guy. And it's funny to know that the WTWF, aka the World Toe Wrestling Federation, yeah, this is a real organization at all. I told y'all this is real. Send an application to be included in
I'm about to sign up for that shit. Y'all want to see me do toe wrestling?
This shit approved and you have professional athletes from every
I'll be the
sport
LeBron of that shit.
the #1 toe wrestler. It would be mad interesting though. Like imagine LeBron James duking it out in a toe wrestling match for the world to see. And it, they could even have celebrities do it for a charity match. I would pay even better money to see celebrities like Margot Robbie, Rihanna, Zendaya, Shakira, Sofia Vergara, not in any particular order, do the same thing. I mean, it'd be for charity. It would be a good cause. And anyways, tuna throwing. Now for this one, I think it might be kind of hard to understand what the sport is exactly about. So let me play you some footage before I explain what it is.
So you throw fish as far as you can? Yo, it's so many, it's just really be like, remind me really how big this world is. Like, there's so much shit we don't know about that be going on in this world. It's like toe wrestling, tuna throwing, like, what?
Hope that explains it better. They pretty much just lob a fish every year in Australia to see who can throw it the farthest, which
that
just
sounds like
goes
some
to show
Australia
isn't
shit.
a real place. Now, before y'all get surprised that PETA hasn't sent a military buster call to take down the entire operation, they only use plastic tuna fish and fish that were already found dead naturally. And what else are you gonna do with a dead fish floating on the water? Eat it? That's even more inhumane, you animal eater. I'm a firm supporter of the vegan teacher and the vegan movement. Lobbing that hoe 30 feet in the air is much more commendable in my eyes. And the thing is about the actual
like
fish
me,
that
wow,
you
boy.
use for throwing, it's not no little tiny puny pussy fish that can fit in the palm of your hand. It's a tuna fish that weighs 20 pounds, meaning it weighs more than the actual sport they copied it from. You know that one sport with the ball and people spin in a circle at hundreds of miles per hour to see how far it throws? The ball they use in that sport only weighs 16 pounds. So shout out to anyone who does this and lobs it far. I know that takes hella strength. They probably have to leave this competition at using only dead fish also, because I couldn't imagine them using any other dead animal. Can you imagine instead of the dead tuna fish throwing, it was the dead dog throwing? Shit would turn sour real quick. They would shut this down immediately. But what takes even more strength is the next one, which is wife carrying. This sounds like it's straight out of
wife carrying. So I'm assuming what, you just carry your wife to the fucking finish line? Why is that a sport? Well, what's the deal? Oh, carry your wife. Come on, bitch!
Andrew Tate's book of ideas for the most masculine, non-feminizing sports to exist. The wife-carrying competition is held every year in Finland, and there's not really much to explain. The name says it all. A group of the strongest men ever have to complete an entire obstacle course while carrying their wife.
Well, why they wife? Why couldn't it just been some random object they carry? Why they wife? That's so weird.
The course is actually harder than I thought it would be. Like, they've got to start off by running and jumping into a pool and swimming to the other side, jumping over a whole elevated log. So I'm giving props to any dude that participates in this and has the strength to do this. But I can never do this for one reason and one reason only: fumbling. I can only imagine what the wives be thinking when their husband fumbles and drops them in front of everyone. Any respect she has of you is just immediately going away, dog. You know for a fact that divorce is coming, and her entire group chat is just laughing and rewinding the clip of you failing. And from the research I've done, apparently there's no rules in this competition except one absolute rule at all times. Lizzo and her husband may not participate due to safety reasons. But let's be serious for a second. I don't even think this competition could happen in a place like America. The amount of hospitalizations would be maximum. They would have to have 20 ambulances and 10 gurneys ready on standby at all times. Extreme ironing. This is another one straight out of Andrew Tate's book of ideas, except for this one is for the opposite sex.
That's something. Okay.
Extreme ironing has people doing an insanely intense sport, except in the middle of them doing it, they iron clothes. And when I say intense sports, people do this in anything you can think of. Rock climbing upside down, riding on the back of a motorcycle, skydiving.
So pretty much just do anything but just iron. So what about fuck? What if I'm just fucking and I'm just ironing clothes? Does that count? That's wrong.
In the air, on the top of a mountain after hiking, in the middle of a bicycle race. This seems lit as honestly. I don't know why it's not even more popular. And this is one of those.
That does see, cause see, that's not really weird to me. I mean, it's weird, but I kind of want to see something like that. Sky that way, like that just sounds like, oh shit, niggas just raw.
That breaks old stereotypes. I feel like they should implement it even more. Like, imagine LeBron is about to dunk the ball, but before he does it, he has to do a little ironing session to continue. The NBA's viewership numbers would quadruple overnight. Cheese rolling. This is one where just think of the name and it's exactly what you think of. They throw a giant
so they just throw cheese and like, okay,
wheel of cheese down a hill, and people chase after it down the hill. The extent people take to win this thing is kind of scary.
That's some
These niggas
little
be
kid
falling
ass shit.
so hard, you would think at the bottom is a pot of gold. I could never put this much effort into a sport, let alone one about cheese. Like, imagine losing, you break your leg doing this, and you end up broke, toeless, disabled, and don't even get the cheese. They give all the cheese to the person who gets first place. You don't even get a piece if you get second or third. This sport sounds like an absolute scam. And some of y'all might be thinking, wait, couldn't the same task be achieved surprised by rolling anything down a hill. The competition is held in England, and they never really seem to get anything right, so just let it go. But y'all would be surprised by the amount of people who travel from different countries just for this sport. It's like the Hunter exams, but for people competing for cheese. You had people last year from America, the UK, Canada, Japan, Germany, Saudi Arabia, all trying to win. And let me participate and have my opportunity ruined by someone that can't control their speed down the hill and they end up hitting me. I'm gonna be a part of England's most wanted. I'm picking them up and lobbing them off a 50-foot cliff myself. Ostrich racing. I never really thought of ostriches as the type of animal with speed, but apparently I was way off. These things can go 60 miles per hour. The weird thing is they all have super skinny legs, like there were 0 leg days in their workout routine. And they still go fast enough where they can race with humans on their backs. The only thing that can make this better is if they started jousting like they do with horses. It's funny seeing the POV of the racer too, because the birds' necks are so freakishly long, it just looks goofy. Fireball. Soccer. This is less of a goofy sport and more of you're a crackhead if you actually play this.
So you just kick a ball that's on foul, okay, and you risk getting second or third degree burns, okay.
Kennedy must have just been running out of ideas with this one. You could probably guess it. It's just like soccer, except the soccer ball is lit up with lighter fluid. Apparently it's a common thing people do in Indonesia during Ramadan, which just confuses me even more, because you can't drink or eat anything at certain times during Ramadan, so setting a ball on fire and playing in hot ass weather is probably the most dehydrating activity you could do. They must damn near suffer a heat stroke after a 5-minute game of this. And if you look at the videos, it makes it worse that they have 0 protective gear on. Niggas are out there barefoot with minimal clothes on, spiking a ball at top speeds. One accidental kick to the face and you're gonna be out here looking like Ghost Rider. But I will say the game does look majestic when played at night. Imagine getting all your homies, taking the worst drugs out there, and having a competition at night to see who drops dead first. It would be a badass way to go out. Cycle ball. This is another one that isn't even goofy and is just purely insane. As you can hear by the name, you're pretty much just playing soccer, except using a bike. These matches are so intense. You would think they would melt.
That shit is fucking like that. That's crazy. See, I'm like, that's kind of raw though. Like, you know what type of skill you at that? So they using a bike to, they hitting that shit in the goal and shit. I know that shit sound kind of raw.
Because they have to use a whole bike to maneuver? But nope, they play it just like they do on the actual teams. Angling the ball and hitting curve shots in the corner, assisting and heading the ball in the goal, doing fake outs to the other team. They could probably rock a pro soccer player on their actual feet. And you just know the injuries for this sport have to be
I know, but that's the other thing I was just gonna say. The injuries, oh my God. Yo. Oh my God.
Threatening every time. Take one wrong turn.
Right, one wrong turn, that's a limb snap or your neck gonna snap.
Cycle ball, and you're flying down to a Mortal Kombat fatality out of this world. I'm also imagining the actual bike chain.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, we're gonna be playing that
game because when I was younger, I don't know if I had shitty, poor, cheap bikes, but my bike chains would always eventually break off, and it would be
facts. My mans do that shit all the time. They always slip off.
The scariest feeling ever, having 0 control going down a hill. But if a bike chain's in the middle of cycle ball, they must look like car crashes.
They like me just jumping off this fucking bike.
Speaking of car crashes, it's funny because there's an even more premium version where they use actual motorcycles. They know this is the only way to indoctrinate more Americans into soccer. Shit, it would catch my eye if I was a hillbilly beer drinking American.
So they using motorcycles.
Apparently, a dog surfing competition. And what's not to love about it?
That right there, that's not weird. That's just like one of those things. Like, oh really? Oh okay. That's some shit that you probably watch when you like. I don't know. How the fuck would you even watch that?
So wholesome and cute. They be doing their own work on it too. So overall, I feel like we need some more spotlight on some of these more goofier sports that people don't know about. There's only so many sports you can train for as a kid, and I find that unfair. It wouldn't hurt to have an extreme ironing league program in schools or an extreme ostrich racing association scholarship set up for the youth. That's what I would have wanted. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Yo, phone now. Shout out my boy Tommy, WVid, man. WVid. Shout out my boy Tommy, boy. Shout out Tommy, NFG. W fucking vid on the gas. WVid, man. But boy, it is a lot of goofy ass sports out here. But it's like I said though, it really just remind you like how like big this world is, how much shit we just don't know about, chat. It's crazy as hell, man. crazy. Let me stop.